I'm Alexia Maria Orwella, reporting for Hollywood Connections on TNTalk Radio, and I'm here with
Cora Casca.
and she's a supporter here for Miss Hillary Clinton. So, how did you get involved with the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pantsuit?
Well, my friend Patty over there talked to me about and I love to dress up, so I enjoyed this. And I looked into it and I found out what the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pantsuits was all about. And I love Hillary, so I thought, well, this is good. She wears pantsuits. Let's do it. Yeah.
And so, what is your main thing about opening your eyes about why you support Hillary? What is something that made you want to be a voter for her?
Oh, well, it's a long story. First of all, I was born in the same city she was, in Evanston, Illinois. My nephew met her in Washington, D.C., and he was so impressed. And she was also impressed with him. And I respect everything that she's done, especially with children, women's rights. She's phenomenal. And if anybody looked into her history with these things, right after college, she went right into the social justice type things, just like Obama. He went right to Chicago. He started working with the people in Chicago that needed help, and she's always been for the people that needed help, and I respect that. And yeah.
How long have you been supporting her?
I liked her. Well, number one, I was in New York when she was elected as a senator, and I was 100% behind her, and she was amazing. She went into the Senate, and people were very apprehensive about her, but she's such a hard worker and such a detail-oriented person. She has a good staff behind her, and she really proved herself in the Senate. She had a lot of support from people that originally thought no, and then they realized she was authentic and really hardworking. So when I lived in New York, I was in Rochester. I really thought a lot of her. And then as a candidate for president, when she was against Obama, it really didn't matter too much, except that I kind of leaned towards Obama because he was also a very hardworking person for the poor and so forth. And then Obama did the right thing by hiring her as his Secretary of State. Yeah, so, and she embraced him and went in to work for him, and they're just a perfect, and now that Obama's out and she's coming in, yeah, I think she's the greatest.
Okay. And what are you looking forward to her? That's something she's mentioned. What are you looking forward to if she does become our next president, that you're looking forward to her changing America?
There's so many things that she can do that maybe she'll have a better chance than Obama at doing, because I honestly think there was racial prejudice against him. As a woman, she's got a hard road to toe, but hopefully she'll work for the poor. I hope she starts working on education, because we're really falling behind, in the world that way. I hope she gets into the infrastructure of this country, because it's falling apart. It's never been this bad, and she needs to do that. There's so many issues, and I know she's aware of them, and I'm sure she'll work on those things that need to be done, yeah.
And is there anything that she's mentioned, in her running candidate right now that any other candidates haven't mentioned or, brought upon the eyes of America that really stood out to you?
Well, the press was all there.
No, and Bernie honestly was a good person to challenge her, because Bernie was much more left, and I have a lot of friends that love him.
Got out.
And I think he's brought her out in the fact that she realizes these are important issues. So he's been good for her, and I think it's only helped her, to become a better candidate. I'm trying to think. I really think she's so concerned about the poor and about straightening out this country so that we can get the poor uplifted. And And the big thing is, well, number one, Citizens United has to be overturned, and Bernie's talked about that. We need to get money out of politics. It's distorting this country,
It was an election without religion.
and that's something I think that she must believe in too. And just supporting the poor people and bringing them up, education,
Kennedy's father Joe doubts his son.
kindergarten, bringing these kids into kindergarten that their families are working 2 jobs. They don't have time to educate their own children, some of them. So they need really a good education. Yeah.
With you. And so to tonight's debut, that was something that she, was mentioning a lot. Is there anything else that you've seen today in her opinion that, really that you liked about it, that just in tonight's debate?
I think everything she says I like. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, she's really spectacular, and I think and like I say, Bernie's been good for her because he's brought out things that she's had to evaluate and say, well, yeah, we need to go there. Yeah, so she's just fabulous.
Well, thank you so much for your time and your opinions on Miss Hillary Clinton. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for more interviews and more opinions on Miss Hillary Clinton. Thank you so much.